Hi, welcome again to the rctohobby.com video channel. We're here with the Sumo crawler from Redcat Racing to see how to bind the receiver in this unit to the 3-channel crawler radio that comes with it. Now, the 3-channel radio and the receiver are bound already in the factory since this is a ready-to-run package. However, if you're having a problem with it and you need to rebind it, here's what you're going to need to do. Okay. First, you're going to need to turn the car on with the receiver in bind mode. And then step number 2, you're going to need to turn the radio on in its bind mode. Then the two should bind automatically, and you can check how that works. So for step number 1, bring the car up in bind mode. Well, for that, we have to actually find the bind button. Is the way that these systems work is there is a bind button that you are going to push. You push the bind button at the same time you are turning the car on, and that's what brings the receiver up in its bind mode. So where do we find the button? Well, I think the easiest thing to do is to first just kind of turn the car on, just to try to find the button. And we see we have a flashing blue light. This light is flashing that indicates that the car is not receiving a signal from a radio. Slow flashing, and immediately, this is the back of the vehicle to the front here, immediately to the left there is a small black button on the board. That is the bind button. So the way this works, you're going to push that button in. You can feel it push in when you've got it. Power up the car. Now we have a fast flashing light. The rapid flashing light indicates that the receiver is in its bind mode. Within a few seconds, means pretty quickly after you get the car on, that's when you need to move to the radio. Let's look at the radio. How do we get the radio in bind mode? Well, again, there is a bind button, in this case the red SCL button that serves as the bind button. You will hold this button down at the same time you push the button to switch the transmitter on. Okay, so let's see how that's going to work. Now that we've backed out a bit, we can see how this is going to work. We first are going to hold the bind button on the car, turn the car on, fast flashing, hold the bind button, turn the radio on. Oop, now they're bound. So you see the car responded, the wheels righted themselves, and we have a steady blue light, so that means that the two should be bound. So now let's turn this off, turn it off, turn the radio off. Okay. Now our usual startup procedure, we'll turn the radio on first, turn the radio on, it's on, turn the car on. Okay, we have the steady light again. The car is responding to turning the wheels. See, does the throttle respond? Throttle responds to. Throttle responds to the reverse. So it looks like we're set to go. All right. So I hope this helps you if you need to rebind your radio to your receiver for your Sumo crawler, and have fun. We'll see you next time.